Have you ever visited a country and suddenly realized that something completely normal for the locals feels incredibly strange to you? Every country has its own habits, traditions, and everyday behaviors. But when it comes to the United States, some of those everyday things can be absolutely shocking to visitors from other parts of the world. Imagine walking into a restaurant and getting unlimited drinks without paying extra, or seeing people drive for hours just to buy groceries, or noticing that strangers smile at you on the street, even though they don't know you at all. For Americans, these things are just part of daily life. But for foreigners, they can feel confusing, surprising, and sometimes even unbelievable. Today, we're going to reveal 15 things that are extremely common in America, but often shock people from other countries. And trust me, some of these might surprise you too. Let's begin. Let's start with something that immediately surprises many visitors. In many American restaurants, when you order a soft drink, you're not just getting one cup. You're getting unlimited refills. Yes, you heard that right. Once you buy a drink, the server may come back again and again asking if you want more. In many places, you can refill your drink as many times as you want without paying anything extra. For Americans, this is completely normal. But for visitors from Europe, Asia, or the Middle East, this can feel shocking. In many countries, every drink is charged separately. If you want another soda, you have to order it and pay again. But in America, you might walk out of the restaurant after drinking 3 or 4 glasses of soda without paying another $1. For foreigners, this often feels too good to be true. In many parts of the world, smiling at strangers can feel unusual. But in America, it's extremely common. You might be walking down the street, and someone you've never met before smiles at you and says, "How are you?" They don't actually expect a long conversation. It's just a polite social habit. For Americans, smiling is a sign of friendliness. But for visitors from some countries, this behavior can feel confusing at first. Some foreigners even think the person is trying to sell something. Others wonder if they accidentally met this person before. But no, it's simply part of American culture. Here's something many foreigners notice almost immediately. Americans love ice, and not just a little ice, a lot of ice. In many restaurants, when you order a drink, the glass might be filled with ice before the drink is even poured. Sometimes the cup contains more ice than the actual drink itself. For Americans, cold drinks are refreshing and normal. But for visitors from other countries, this can feel surprising. In many places around the world, drinks are served with little or no ice. But in America, ice is almost guaranteed. Whether it's water, soda, juice, or even iced coffee, one of the biggest culture shocks for visitors in America is the size of the food portions. When foreigners order a meal for the first time in an American restaurant, they often expect a normal plate. Instead, they receive something much bigger. In many cases, one meal can easily feed 2 people. Some restaurants even serve burgers that look almost impossible to finish. For Americans, large portions are simply part of the dining experience. Many people even take the leftover food home in what's called a to-go box. But for visitors, the amount of food can feel overwhelming. Some tourists say they are shocked the first time they see the size of a typical American meal. In many countries, drive-through services exist mainly for fast food restaurants. But in America, drive-thrus are everywhere. You can find drive-thrus for coffee shops, pharmacies, banks, fast food, even some grocery stores. This means you don't even have to leave your car. You simply drive up, place your order, and receive your items through a window. For Americans, this is all about convenience. But for foreigners, the idea that you can do so many things without leaving your car can feel almost unbelievable. And we're only getting started. Some of the next things on this list are even more surprising, especially number 3, which many foreigners say they cannot understand at all. Stay with us as we continue exploring the everyday habits that make America feel so unique. So far, we've already seen some surprising everyday habits in the United States. From unlimited drink refills to smiling at strangers, many things that Americans consider normal can feel very unusual to visitors. But the next items on our list are even more surprising. Some foreigners say these experiences completely changed the way they see American life. Let's continue. Imagine walking into a grocery store so large that it feels like a small city. That's exactly what many foreigners experience when they visit an American supermarket for the first time. Stores like Walmart, Costco, and Target are often enormous. Inside, you might find thousands of products. Entire aisles are dedicated to just one type of item. An aisle only for cereal, another aisle only for chips, another aisle filled with dozens of different kinds of bread. For many visitors, the variety can feel overwhelming. In some countries, grocery stores are much smaller and offer fewer choices. But in America, supermarkets are designed to give customers almost endless options. For foreigners, the experience can feel both exciting and shocking at the same time. Here's something that confuses many visitors when they arrive in America: the tipping culture. In many restaurants across the United States, leaving a tip for the server is not just appreciated. It's expected. Most people tip around 15 to 20% of the total bill. For Americans, this is simply part of dining out. But for foreigners, this can feel very unusual. In many countries, service charges are already included in the bill, or tipping is optional. Some visitors even feel nervous the first time they eat in an American restaurant. They start wondering, how much should I tip? Is it rude if I don't tip enough? Will the server be upset? For Americans, the answer is simple. Tipping is just a normal part of the system. If you travel through many parts of the United States, you will notice something very quickly. Large pickup trucks are everywhere. Models like the Ford F-150, Chevrolet Silverado, and Ram 1500 are extremely popular. These trucks are powerful, spacious, and often much larger than vehicles commonly seen in many other countries. For Americans, pickup trucks are practical. They can be used for work, travel, hauling equipment, and even family trips. But for foreigners, the size of these vehicles can be surprising. Some visitors even say, American trucks look more like small tanks compared to the compact cars they are used to. Yet in the United States, they are simply part of everyday life. One of the first things many visitors notice when they arrive in the United States is the temperature indoors. It's often very cold. That's because air conditioning is almost everywhere. Homes, offices, shopping malls, buses, and restaurants all rely heavily on air conditioning systems. Even on extremely hot summer days, many indoor places feel like winter. For Americans, this is about comfort. But for foreigners, the difference between outdoor heat and indoor cold can feel shocking. Some tourists even say they bring a light jacket with them everywhere they go. Not because it's cold outside, but because the air conditioning inside buildings can be very strong. And we're getting closer to the most surprising things on this list. The next items might surprise you even more, especially number 4, which many foreigners say they simply cannot understand. In the next part, we'll reveal even more everyday habits that make American life feel unique. By now, you've probably noticed something interesting. Many of the things Americans consider completely normal can feel very unusual to visitors from other parts of the world. From massive supermarkets to the culture of tipping, everyday life in the United States often surprises foreigners in ways they never expected. But the next few things on our list are even more surprising. In fact, many travelers say these experiences made them realize just how different American culture can be. Let's continue. Imagine needing groceries, medicine, or snacks in the middle of the night. In many countries, that would be a problem because most stores close in the evening. But in the United States, it's often not a problem at all. Many stores stay open 24 hours a day. Convenience stores, gas stations, and even some supermarkets never close. Chains like 7-Eleven have built their entire business around being open at any hour. For Americans, this constant availability is extremely convenient. But for foreigners, the idea that you can buy food or everyday items at 3 a.m. can feel almost unbelievable. In some countries, even restaurants close early at night. But in America, the lights are almost always on somewhere. Another thing that quickly surprises visitors in America is the size of parking areas. Many shopping centers, malls, and supermarkets have parking lots that seem endless. You might drive into a store parking area and see hundreds or even thousands of parking spaces. This is largely because American cities are designed for cars. People often drive long distances for work, shopping, and daily activities. As a result, businesses build massive parking areas to accommodate all those vehicles. For foreigners from countries where public transportation is more common, this can feel very unusual. Some visitors even joke that the parking lot is bigger than the store itself. But for Americans, it's simply part of everyday life. In many cultures, people prefer to keep to themselves in public spaces. But in the United States, small conversations with strangers are surprisingly common. You might be standing in line at a grocery store when the person behind you starts chatting. Maybe they comment on the weather. Maybe they ask how your day is going. Sometimes a quick conversation begins with someone you've never met before. For Americans, this kind of friendly small talk is normal and often seen as polite. But for foreigners, it can feel surprising. In some countries, people rarely speak to strangers unless they have a specific reason. So when visitors experience these casual conversations in America, it can feel unexpected. Yet for many Americans, these small moments of friendliness are simply part of daily life. And now, we're getting very close to the most surprising things on this list. The next 3 items might be the biggest cultural shocks of all, especially number 1, which many foreigners say they still cannot fully understand. In the final part, we'll reveal the top 3 things that are incredibly common in America but leave visitors completely amazed. We are now at the final part of our journey. So far, we've explored how everyday life in America can feel surprising for foreigners, from massive supermarkets to friendly conversations with strangers. But now we reach the most shocking part of all. These final 3 things are what many visitors remember the most, even years after leaving the United States. Let's begin. Imagine walking into a store, buying something small, and paying without cash. No coins, no notes, just a card. In the United States, credit and debit cards are used almost everywhere, even for small purchases like coffee, snacks, or a bottle of water. In many countries, cash is still widely used for daily shopping. But in America, cash is becoming less common in many places. People tap, swipe, or insert their cards for almost everything. Even small street vendors and food trucks often accept card payments. For foreigners, this can feel very different. Some visitors even arrive with a lot of cash, only to realize they barely need it. In the US, plastic money rules everyday life. One of the most iconic sights in America is the bright yellow school bus. These buses are everywhere during school hours. Children from all neighborhoods use them to go to school and come back home. For Americans, this is completely normal. But for many foreigners, it feels very organized and structured. In many countries, students walk to school or use public transport. But in the United States, school buses are a key part of daily life. You will often see long lines of yellow buses picking up children in the morning. For visitors, it can feel like watching a scene from a movie. But for Americans, it's just another normal school day. And finally, the number 1 thing that shocks foreigners the most in America. It is something that is not just one habit, but a whole lifestyle. Extreme convenience culture. In the United States, almost everything is designed to save time and effort. You can order food from your phone, get groceries delivered to your door, pick up fast food without leaving your car, shop online and receive items the next day, use machines for almost everything. Even banking, shopping, and services are designed to be fast and easy. For Americans, this is normal life. But for foreigners, it often feels like the country is built around speed and convenience. Some visitors are amazed at how little effort is required to complete daily tasks. Others say it feels like everything is one click away. But this convenience also reflects modern American lifestyle, fast, busy, and efficiency-focused. And that is why it stands at number 1 on our list. So these were 15 things that are so common in America, but shock foreigners. From unlimited refills to massive supermarkets, from friendly strangers to extreme convenience, American daily life is full of surprises for international visitors. What feels normal in one country can feel completely extraordinary in another, and that's what makes cultural differences so fascinating. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more videos like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.